Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a stream which the title is not clickbait. A Russian woman assaults men, and she's starting this trend in Russia. Yeah. Feminism, everybody. Feminism now officially is assaulting men is fine because they manspread. Yeah, that's why she assaults men, because they sit with their legs apart. I'm sorry, honey, but men have coin purses between their legs, okay? And there's a particular set of pain which you as a woman do not understand, and I hope you never understand it, okay? There's a certain type of pain between getting kicked in the balls or punched in the balls and comparing it to sitting on your nuts or clamping your nuts, which is more painful than getting kicked in the balls. That's painful too, but it's not as painful as a guy sitting on his own balls. But that being said, guys sit naturally with their legs apart because of the groins that we have. We can't fucking help it. It's not a behavior that needs to be curtailed, okay? That's like if I said, women have to learn to stop sitting with their legs closed. You would probably look at me and say, what? Women in general sit with their legs closed. That's how women naturally sit. Exactly. That's like if somebody was blamed for being white, black, Asian, Hispanic, or whatever background. There are certain things that are just genetic and in nature. You can't blame people for it. So this Russian woman thinks that she's going to be the Joseph Stalin of feminism, by the looks of it, and try to curtail this horrible misogynistic behavior of men sitting in their natural state. So anyway, she thinks it's vigilante justice. This is the article. As a means of combating manspreading, listen, lady, it's not a venereal disease, okay? There's other fish to fry in your own country. Like, women can't hold certain jobs in Russia. If I were you, I would focus on that because you're a law student, which, by the way, you're breaking the law, but forget about that. Let's just forget about that for now. As an act where a man sits with his legs spread wide, one woman has resorted to a mild form of vigilante justice. You mean terrorism. When you use chemicals on other people, that's terrorism. That's not justice, that's terrorism. Call it what it is, okay? When you use chemicals on other people, that's terrorism. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's terrorism. The 20-year-old female law student has been splashing a water and bleach mixture on men who are manspreading while using public transit, targeting their groin area. Once again, that's how men in general naturally sit, whether the man's gay or straight or transgender, post-transition. That's how most men sit, because the puppies between our legs need to breathe. They're suffocated every day when men's legs are crunched together at the office. And, it's relaxing when the boys in the middle of our legs could breathe. It's just a fact. Anna Dagovyek, I'm not sure if I said her name right. I'll just say Anna. Anna, a woman and social activist in Russia, believes that manspreading is a form of gender aggression, according to a report by the Daily Mail. No, that's not gender aggression. Just like I pointed out before. If I said it's gender aggression, I'll get to Brett Kavanaugh, but let me get to this situation first. It's not gender aggression when a woman sits with her legs closed, and it's not gender aggression if a man sits with his legs apart. Okay? That's not gender aggression. Gender aggression from a male would be if a guy is just a woman beater and he's so, or a male beater, and has like this like bad attitude towards his partner, whether he's gay or straight, he just beats the living shit out of them for no fucking reason. If they say, let's get some ice cream, that's gender aggression. That's gender aggression. That's aggression right there. But sitting with your legs apart, that's not gender aggression. That's natural way of sitting. To address the issue, Anna has begun carrying around a water filled with diluted bleach, splashing it into the groins of men who she believes are saying in a way she deems offensive. First of all, bleach is bleach. You can't dilute it. Bleach is bleach. And also, this is terrorism. This is an act of terrorism. It may not appear to be, but it is. Because this is chemical warfare. When you use chemicals on other people, I said this before, I'll say it again, that's an act of terrorism. This is not justice at all. This is her quote. I'm reading her quotes here. The solution is 30 times more concentrated than the mixture used by housewives when doing the laundry, says Anna. It eats colors in the fabric in a matter of minutes, leaving an indelible stain. 30 times more concentrated. So she somehow made bleach more lethal than it already is. This isn't raising any red flags at all with people. To me, this is like a big, what the fuck is she doing when she's not at school? This is a big fucking red flag for me. Because 30 times more concentrated is kind of, lethal. It's lethal. Anna shared images of some of her targets. Oh, so she's also a groin picture person. So she does something that women complain sick men do, which is upskirting, which is really sick and perverted. So she's not only assaulting men, she's also being a pervert by taking pictures of their groin without their consent. Yeah. Yeah. And see, I'm not even fucking lying here. This is what she's doing. She stated that since Russia is taking action to curtail this behavior, which is not a behavior to be curtailed because it's just how men naturally sit, even as other cities such as Madrid have begun to take a stand against manspreading on public transit, she felt it was necessary to take action by assaulting men in a terroristic way. Yeah, honey, you're ruining the image of feminism. You really are. You really are ruining the image of feminism for yourself. Just pointing it out. Because it's one thing, if a guy is sitting with the legs spread apart and you don't want to look at it, fine. There's millions of other places to look on a subway. Subways are big transits, okay? This is just what they are. You can look at other things. There's posters on the wall. There's the destinations. There's advertisements of what's going on. There's that shit you can look at. You don't need to look at a guy's junk. You don't have to do that. So anyway, she continues. We not only cooled the man spreading down, but also marked them with identification spots. First of all, most of these men don't care about fucking Room jeans, okay? Or Room pants. Guess what? They could buy another fucking pair. Pants are pants. Someone Room's pants, you throw them out, you get new ones. That's how, but what the men are worried about here is that it's fucking assault on them. Okay, let's reverse this around. Let's say if it was a Russian man that was doing this to women, that was spilling bleach water on their skirts. People would be saying, sexist, pig, arrest him. And he probably would be arrested, right? If this is in Russia, he'd probably be arrested in Russia. Or if this was in America, he would have been arrested in America and held accountable for his actions. But this is a Russian woman doing this, and she's a law student, which I find funny because she's breaking the law, massively breaking the law. And what she's doing is assault. The men aren't worried about fucking Room pants. They could buy new ones, okay? But this is assault. That's what they're worried about. She also asserts that she is acting, quote, on behalf of everyone who has to endure the manifestations of you declaring your macho qualities on a public transportation. You don't need to be a macho man to sit with your legs spread, okay? You don't have to do it. You don't have to be macho. You have a lot of gay men like Richard Simmons who are uber flamboyant, which is really fun. Gay men could be flamboyant, feminine, macho, whatever. Just like straight men could be flamboyant, feminine, macho, whatever. Your personality is your personality. No ifs or buts about it. But it's not macho for a man to sit with his legs spread. It isn't. It's macho when a guy is lifting a dumbbell 20 times the way he can normally lift. That's macho, right? He's showing macho qualities there. But it's not macho for a guy, gay or straight, to sit with his legs spread. I'm bisexual. When I sit with my legs spread, I'm not the most macho dude. I know this about myself. It's just natural. While a Russian news outlet has claimed Anna's video is a sham, she is claiming she used actors and did not target random commuters. Anna has denied that the footage was staged in the manner. Oh, so she's not denying. Okay, so she's saying, oh, these are actors. They aren't. If they were actors, they wouldn't sign up for this shit. I'm a stage actor. I do theater. What I sign up to do is fun, right? Something could go wrong on stage. Yeah, no offense. This is true. When you're a stage actor, things could go wrong on stage. But no stage actor, no male stage actor would subjugate themselves to something this embarrassing. Like no woman who's an actress would subjugate herself to something this embarrassing. But okay, so she's not staging this stuff. She isn't. Which is more disgusting. My actions is absolutely real, she stated. So she's admitting to assault, which in her case is terrorism, using chemicals on other people. Anna does admit that no one has taken legal action against her, such as suing her for damaging their clothing or contacting law enforcement. Listen, Most of these men don't give a shit that you ruined their pants, okay? They could buy new ones. That's what they probably did anyway. When they got off to their destinations, shit. Oh, well, like I pissed myself. They probably went to the store, whatever store they go to, got themselves new khakis, new jeans, new dress pants, whatever, or a new suit altogether in some cases, I'm guessing. But the point is, though, they're not worried about the ruined pants. They're worried about the assault. If it was done on you, Anna, you wouldn't like it. You would say sexism, and I would agree with you. But I'm calling you a sexist and an assaulter for doing this to men. Just for fucking sitting. What are they doing to you? Nothing. Nothing. You're taking the law into your own hands, which is fucking terrifying. Her final quote, I don't think people are going to go to the police to file a report about jeans. They won't, because guess what? They're not worried about the jeans. They're worried about the assault. And guess what? They probably would go and report you to the police. But they would probably get laughed at. They probably would, because people think that's funny. If a woman's assaulted, it's a crime, it's a tragedy, and people need to talk about it. And in a lot of cases, it's a tragic thing that does happen. It should be talked about. But there are men who are assaulted by women, and people think that's funny. People think that, oh, men can't be assaulted by women. This is what third wave feminism is making young women think and young men think, that assault doesn't happen to men. Well, it does. This is why Cassie J, I think her name is, Cassie J created the Red Pill movie, the Red Pill documentary, where she talks to what she used to call the enemy. But these MRAs, these men's rights activists, made her think, oh, shit, men have problems too? Oh, this is surprising. And, she changed her mind on feminism. She's no longer a feminist. She still supports women's rights. She calls herself an egalitarian. I'm the same fucking thing. I'm an egalitarian as well. And if a man did this to a woman, I would call him out. A woman does this to men, I call her out. I'm consistent here. And here's the video. Wait, hold on a sec. I'm covering this ad. Hold on. Here's the video. It's 41 seconds long. Okay. So that's her committing the actions on camera, simultaneously not only assaulting men, but taking pictures of their groins at the same time. So she could show, this is what I did today. That's called upskirting for men. Upskirting, whether a man or woman does it, it's disgusting. I just don't think you should be doing that to somebody, just me, However, the thing is, though, but you've seen her just now commit assault on men. And she's proud of it. And look, I think if this is where feminism is going, I can't support it. I can't support it if this is where feminism is going. Because if feminism is not going to be the true definition be equality between men and women, if it's going to be the avocation of the rights of women and then the assault of men, I can't support it. Because society thrives when men and women work and live with each other, okay? And it doesn't thrive, it isn't successful when men are assaulting women or when women are assaulting men. That's not how society thrives, that's how we fucking fall, okay? Now, I want okay, the Kavanaugh situation. This is what I think of it, okay? There's 5 accusers, all 5 women, and Kavanaugh. They all confirm alcohol was involved. That right there tells me I don't know who to believe. Okay, I really don't. Okay, Kavanaugh. It does help Kavanaugh's case that he said, no, I have a calendar from '82 saying what I had planned within that month, and he hasn't. Okay, I said, if this calendar exists, and I said that on a radio talk show near me, if this calendar exists, it might help his case. It does exist. It's in the USA Today newspaper archives. It was out yesterday's paper. You could look at it, and you could see it's from 86 or 82, not 86, 82. But the point is, though, this calendar does exist. And you have the Rachel Maddows on MSNBC saying that calendar's fake. Yeah, because like anybody would save a blank calendar from 82. No, that's not the case. Kavanaugh's a smart man by saving all these documents. And I agree with Megyn Kelly when she said that on her show yesterday, that, this is how you get to be a federal judge, when you save every documentation of what you've done in your life. I agree. I think every young man or young woman should take Kavanaugh's example and have daily planners and save them. So if anybody, asks you, oh, do you do anything illegal? No, I have, my dates planned out of what I did that year, that day. Makes sense. Now, here's the other thing, though. It's also a possibility that both sides are telling the truth. It's a possibility that Kavanaugh just happened to be indifferent and be oblivious to what was going on, and there were other men at his college or high school parties who were attempting to rape these women, which is possible. In that case, the question is, should he step down from the position of Supreme Court Justice, or should he still stay there? I don't know. That would be his call if it turns out that both sides are telling the truth. Or it could be mistaken identity in a lot of the cases where, because everyone has a look-alike, Kavanaugh has like the everyman face, you could probably point like 5 other guys where you live that look like him. And it could very well be, another person who just happened to look like Kavanaugh was doing this shit. And people were saying it was Kavanaugh, mistaken identity. It could very well be that. So it could be all those 3 possibilities. It could be those 2 possibilities. It could be the fact that, something went down and alcohol was involved and nobody really remembers anything, and it could just be thrown out today that, okay, no, we're not getting straight answers, we're going to throw this out. But I do think the women should be heard because they have the right to be heard. And so does Kavanaugh. He has the right to be heard. And I do think that Congress is handling this much better than they did the Anita Hill situation. For people who don't remember that situation, what happened was Anita Hill had police reports against Justice Clarence Thomas that he sexually harassed her. And Vice President Joe Biden, by the way, said that she was telling a lie when she wasn't. She actually had the police reports with her at her test when she was testifying. Believe this was like in '92, and all the Republicans and Democrats who were, trying to confirm Justice Clarence Thomas all dismissed Anita Hill's case instead of dismissing Clarence Thomas, which he should have, because there was evidence that he sexually harassed Anita Hill. And they were like, no, he didn't. Throw it out. They let Anita Hill testify, I believe it was 4 hours straight, and she had all the evidence against him. And they threw the case up. But they're handling the Kavanaugh case much better, in my opinion. They really are. And I do hope that something is concluded today. I really do. I really hope both sides are telling the truth. I do. I hope Kavanaugh didn't do anything wrong. But even if he did, I think, considering it was over 30 years ago, I think that from that time he changed. I do. I really do think he did change. I really do think that if he did those horrible things, that he knew how horrible they were, and then he changed. Okay, that he thought, I need to change myself. But that's my thoughts on it. I think that there's a possibility both sides are telling the truth. One side is telling the truth over the other, or that nobody remembers a damn thing. Nobody remembers a damn thing. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Anyway, see ya.